I introduced the last one.
Boing! That was the Cupid's arrow from Cupid's Quiver. Friday, the 13th of series, season 1, episode 3. What? Cupid's Quiver?
Cupid's Quiver.
Okay,
Should have watched it on Valentine's Day. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like a week too late. Perfect Valentine's episode if you're into that crap. Definitely improvement, and I think both of our points of view over the episode 2, whatever that was, Poison Pen. This
Moved
one,
a lot faster.
oh yeah, it was fun. It's about one of the haunted items that came from this store. What did we ever name the store?
Curious Goods.
The store of curious goods that they inherited in the first episode. Yeah, it starts with we don't need to do a beat by beat, but it starts with this guy and the fugly guy in the bar asks a woman.
Well, I wouldn't say he's fugly, but he's definitely
well,
below average.
Purposes of the show, asks a. Okay,
he's
review
below.
his looks, Beth. Let me know when you're done.
He's below average, but going after.
Did you see his biceps? Grade. They were the same size as his forearm.
Okay, so he was on a beer budget going after champagne ladies.
So the girls turn him down until he unveils the Cupid statue. And
see, the Cupid statue works where he targets a girl, asks her a question, she turns him down, and then he goes over by Cupid and makes sure that she's in clear view. Cupid then shoots an arrow.
It looks like a ray
her.
gun. It's not really an arrow, but it's like just a laser beam. But
laser beam.
87.
And all of a sudden she's all hot for action. And then after.
Oh yeah, now what's this?
He has to have the Cupid watch them making whoopee.
And I guess it's a part of the thing. He's compelled to kill her, I guess. Yeah. And this happens with two separate guys, and then the guys, I don't know, some frat guys busted and like I don't know. They take him to the cops. I don't know.
Well, I think the guy got arrested for murder, and one of the frat boys saw the statue and took it. The
statue because their fraternity. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Their fraternity has a heart going. Well, it's Alpha Lambda.
I don't know.
So
it's Greek to me.
Their fraternity has the Greek letters with a heart with an arrow shooting through it, so it's kind of like a Valentine fraternity.
So one of the guys that caught this geek guy with the woman after he killed her was like, this would be a perfect thing for our Valentine's-based frat or whatever.
House. I'm thinking sororities of girls.
You are. So he takes it, and then there's this geeky guy who
is obsessed with
this
the girl.
One chick, and
they went out on a study date, which he took as a date, and never let go of that hope to date her in reality, and she's already hot to trot for some other
sorority guy, as Beth was gonna say.
Frat house guy. So he cleans the room of the guy who took.
How does these guys find out that this thing is?
They didn't know what it did.
But how do they find out that it does? They
kind of alluded to it. He brought it down to the basement, and he was like just staring at it, and he just kind of.
Oh, maybe it hypnotizes.
Turns his head and be like.
Oh, maybe
like telepathic power.
It might telepathically tell these guys what it does. Okay.
So he tests it out on some chick at a bar, and it works.
And I couldn't. He takes her to some just spot in his old frickin' truck at night, and they do whatever. Care. And we had to rewind it. I couldn't tell.
It looked like
It looked like she was doing something to him with her head.
Yeah.
And I had to rewind it. I'm like, is she doing what I think she is
dark.
On a TV show?
It was dark, and actually she probably would have been off camera for the original filming. But because this is probably a widescreen version, you can see more.
Oh, you're thinking maybe you can see a little
more action.
Well, it's not widescreen, folks. I don't know what Beth was saying, but
it's
true though. If you do watch these
higher definition
an HD TV, you're definitely probably seeing a little more on the sides and maybe a little more on top and bottom. So with the newfangled, TVs now versus the old tube TVs. So maybe, yeah, but if they weren't intending that to be in the shot, why would they have her head down there? Anyway,
it was dark.
I
And
can't tell if she was supposed to be servicing him with her head
servicing, yes.
or what, because then later on he's like, oh, you didn't know I was so good. Like, good how? Sitting there getting serviced? Anyway. This is the second
Maybe
guy
he eats
who
a lot of pineapples.
gets it, and then he brings back, it's funny, he just conveniently goes out and finds a hornet's nest that he throws in the truck, and
He's like, I love you. Draws a heart on the window as she's being stung to death. I love you. You I love.
but this one was definitely funner for me than the poison pen, just because it really kept going.
Yeah.
And then
So then he finally gets his eyes on his prize, and we don't know if she's shot at first because it's kind of elusive. And then
turns out she had been shot. Yeah, she goes to meet him, and the redhead of the show goes in disguise.
to save her, but
He
then
ends up she ends up
shot.
getting shot. Don't kill him.
Don't hurt him. I love him. Oh.
In the chase scene, the guy just falls to his death to equal. Beth, for some reason, counts the deaths in it so far.
There's
And
3.
she's
in each
always she was
episode.
worried that there'd only be 2 people die in this one, and when the guy fell to his death, she's like, "Yay!"
3.
So I don't know. We'll see if every episode has 3 deaths. And then at the end, you thought that you possibly saw maybe the end of this as a kid.
Yeah, I think this was the one that I snuck out maybe towards the end of it.
And caught the end.
I remember the pipes and the steam. And then, no, I just bits and pieces. I just remember them walking on pipes. So that was fun.
It was cool, and I can briefly talk about the poison pen in this regard. It was cool how in that one, in episode 2 and 3, how they did work the older guy into the being a part of it. Because I before we started watching like 2 and 3, I was like, was he just gonna be just spend the time at the store and just never be a part of the stories? But
yeah, he worked his way in as the bartender and put truth serum in the punch so they could track down where the Cupid
so I thought that
statue
was cool, and a cool way to have him be a participant. I don't know if we talked about his participation in Poison Pen, but that was equally fun, and he did this Irish accent, and
Yeah.
he looked, I think
He looked more like
I
a
think with
monk than-
Poison Pen, Beth said, "How come he's not there? He should be there." And then the next scene, he was there.
Yeah.
But that's a brief talk about Poison Pen. But anything else about Cupid's? What the hell's it called?
Cupid's Quiver.
Anything about Cupid's Quiver you got anymore?
I think it was very clever, especially the end where we didn't know if the sorority girl was struck by the arrow or not, because she went willingly with Mickey and Ryan to the antique store to be safe, quote unquote. Then Mickey sneaks out dressed as her with a wig on, and that was pretty clever. I mean, they allude the fact that it's her about to face her doom, and it's Mickey saving her life. And I had a feeling that if the guy who controlled the Cupid dies, then the spell would wear off.
What did I say when he fell? He fell onto his table. I thought, oh, it would have been perfect if he had had some Cupid arrow on the table, so when he fell, he would have been impaled by the arrow.
Or even having the Cupid's arrow stab him through the heart.
Or even, of the actual Cupid. That would have been even better. He could have had the thing on the table.
Oh, he was holding it.
Oh, okay. So when he fell, that would have been even better.
Yeah, he could
He'd
have-
been impaled by the own arrow. Oh, why didn't they think of that?
Because they're 80s and they didn't think about it. But yeah, I give it another thumbs up.
For this
Hitchhiker.
one, unlike my thumb for Poison Pen, this is the thumbs directly up,
Ooh.
sticking up in the air.
Cupid's arrow got him on this one.
Yeah, Cupid's arrow got him on this one.
Very well done. I mean, again, it's kind of low grade
No, this one was
technology. Well, the
fun because
but the Cupid's arrow was kind of computer graphic or
like just a laser, like a
like
Star Trek laser beam, yeah.
yeah. So
Would have been too difficult to have like a little arrow going through the air.
not necessarily, but I think they did good with the golden arrow disappearing, like kind of glowing a little bit and then disappearing into the female. It didn't matter where the arrow hit either, as long as it hit the female. Because the first one hit the arm.
Oh yeah, then the second one the face or something.
Yeah. And I think Mickey got hit in the back.
When the security guard was bringing
yeah, I forgot about that scene.
the Cupid back, Beth was, what are they gonna do? Have him the security guard get hit, and then he's gonna want the guy.
Gay scene. I love you.
You can't say that word, I don't think. But we'll risk it and see what happens.
He's happy. He's gay. I say it twice.
I can always cut that out.
You could.
Because this ain't live, so, but...
I don't think you will.
But there you go. This one was fun because there was a lot of nighttime, dark exterior scenes, dead body being found, and the fraternity location. This one was fun. 2 thumbs up. 2
hitchhikers. So until our next episode, which I don't remember.
Well, TV's off, so we don't know what the hell it is, and you'll know what it is when we review it.
Yeah, but we've been saying it for the first 2. Where's the packaging? It would say it on the packaging. Come on, we got to keep up the tradition of saying the next title.
Yep, she's got OCD, folks. They say online that they're listed right in there. So next one is A Cup of Time.
Ooh.
And then that will be the end of disc 1 already.
Yeah, only what, 4 or 5 episodes?
Just 4 per disc. Oh wait, holy crap!
There's special features.
There might be 5 on disc 2.
There might be smaller episodes, shorter episodes.
No, they should all be the same length. We'll see. All right, everyone. Oh, incidentally, luckily all the discs came, not loose, but this the top.
Yes.
The clip, yeah, the
container.
The container don't stay closed. The top one does, the bottom one's broke, but
that's kind of a bummer. But I'd rather have secured CDs than
DVDs than a case that stays closed.
Still
all right.
Compact disc. It's just not music.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening.
That's Cupid's arrow getting you. You got to listen to this one.
Does it? I thought you were doing the dolly. That's what it does? The Cupid's arrow?
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to fall in love with this episode.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.